Hello there, gamerinos and gamerinas. Welcome to UnicornStorm. This is Rady, and today I'm going to tell you how incredible the new Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope actually is. I mean, I already liked the first game. This weird Mario XCOM style game where Mario himself wields a fucking gun. And where those stupid Rabbids from Rayman fit in actually quite nicely. So when a sequel was announced, I was quite happy. I was looking forward to this game. And then I bought it, and then I started playing it, and well, the game continued pretty much right where the first game and the DLC left off. And it appeared like more of the same. My first thoughts were that this could just have been an expansion for the old game. Boy, was I wrong. The first few minutes may look like that this game is just an updated story for the first game, but when the first battle hits, it becomes apparent that the developers overhauled everything. And while it stands to reason that not everyone would like all the changes, I, for one, don't really care for most of the dialogue all the characters have now. I don't want my silly rabbits to talk. And please fuck off with the voice acting for this robot guide.
Trouble in the village sounds like a two-hero job, not including myself, of course.
But despite my gripes, you can really see how much effort the devs put in, which is really refreshing from a Ubisoft game. Like the first one, this game is a turn-based strategy game or tactics game, however you want to call it. You control a small team of Mario characters and Mario lookalikes, and you can move around and attack on your turn. And when all your characters have taken their action, it's the enemy's turn, and then they move and attack. Battlefields still have this grid-based design, and you can still use cover to avoid being targeted by enemy attacks. And well, enemies can do that as well. For the most part, this system works pretty much the same as in the first game. The biggest change would be the approach to movement during combat. You no longer select a square and have your unit move to it automatically. Now you can freely move around inside your movement circle. This may seem weird at first in a turn-based tactics game, but it gives you a lot more precision and freedom as to where to move and how to move to it. So yeah, I kinda like it. Different characters excel at different combat roles, but where in the first game everyone felt a bit samey, except for highly specific situations, in the sequel combat roles are much more defined. So the first game had some variations when it came to the ranged weapons, but still everyone had one ranged weapon, one melee weapon, and one special ability. And for the main Mario cast, this special ability was Overwatch. The ability to take a shot at an enemy that moves into range. This game though has way more variation. While Luigi is still the sniper of the team and Peach is still the shotgunner, Mario now has dual pistols which allow him to take 2 shots on his turn, even against different targets. Rabbid Peach fires homing missiles that just fly over partial cover. And Rabbid Mario fights with extremely powerful but short-range power fists. Every character now fits a unique role during combat, and pretty much every team combination is viable. You can still dash through enemies within your movement range and perform team jumps to get a bit more reach. And once again, some characters have special abilities during a team jump. Some characters can just jump on an enemy, other characters might have a healing jump or a protection jump that provides a shield to the character you're jumping off, and one character even has this big bounce attack that hits every enemy within a certain range. And well, now that I showed him, yeah, Bowser is a playable character in this game. So now you can create the perfect team. Yeah! Also joining the roster is Rabbid Rosalina, who's like this deadpan insomniac, and every teenager's favorite character, this punk or goth-like, always stern and serious rabbit with an attitude, who fights with a huge-ass sword, and who's even called Edge. Come on, it's a bit on the nose. But yeah, Edge is awesome. But it's once again Rabbid Peach who steals the show every time. That being said, every character has a unique and hilarious personality. While the rabbits, or most of the rabbits, are more outrageous and more like a caricature, the main Mario cast gets their time to shine as well. I wouldn't quite say that these depictions reach the height of the Mario and Luigi series, but they still contrast well against the rabbit characters, and they look surprisingly awesome during action scenes. Holy shit, some of these cutscenes look amazing. I kinda wish that this studio would have made the Mario movie. I mean, it was the whole Mario and Rabbids concept that had me warm up to the idea of a CGI Mario movie. And now that I have seen these great characters, both in art design and personality, yeah, I kinda feel betrayed by what we're about to get with this movie. At least from what I've seen from the trailer. But yeah, the devs once again went all out with the rabbit designs to create incredible characters that are much more enjoyable than in the first game. And even there, they were already pretty good. We also get a bunch of new, stunning environments. While the first game took place within the Mushroom Kingdom, this one is more of a planet-hopping adventure. With our newfangled space RV, it seems, we fly from planet to planet in search of Rosalina. So this is more of a Mario Galaxy approach to this whole story. We even have to liberate a bunch of Lumas, or Rabbid Lumas, which are the titular Sparks of Hope. And these are not just some collectible, some MacGuffin or something. Each of them adds to the gameplay with new abilities that we can then use in combat. So yeah, the biggest feature in this game, I'd say, isn't the new squad mates, isn't the bigger emphasis on puzzles during exploration, isn't the newfangled approach to movement during combat, it's the customization. Not in terms of cosmetics, and not even when it comes to stats, but in terms of actual gameplay. And not just for each individual character, but even for your squad setup. Aside from maybe some story battles or challenges, you can freely decide who to pick for any given battle. There isn't a required character. You don't have to put Mario in your team. You can create a team wholly comprised of rabbits. You can create a team that consists of Mario, Luigi and the princess. Or maybe just have the best characters team up. Now, I already said that each character has a unique way of attacking and a unique special ability. Like Mario's Overwatch, or Rabbid Peach's Heal, or Bowser's little exploding puppets. But then you can equip these little sparks to your heroes. At first only one, but later in the game up to 2 sparks per character. And you can find quite a bunch of different sparks over the course of the game. Some of the sparks grant you the ability to charge your shots with an elemental attack, so that you can have a fire shot or ice shot or electricity shot or whatever. Then there are sparks that provide you with an unique attack, maybe a shockwave, maybe a fucking meteor storm. And then there are sparks that give you buffs or comparable special abilities, like a reflector shield that throws some of the damage back to the enemy, or the ability to turn invisible, or maybe just a simple damage buff. And you can mix and match these sparks with each of the characters. That way you can equip a squad mate with multiple elemental attacks. Or make them the ultimate supporter. Maybe equip them with invisibility, so that they can safely approach enemies, and with a devastating special attack, and have them use it right when they're in the middle of a bunch of enemies. There are so many possibilities, so many different strategies. The only customization in the first game was the ability to buy stronger weapons, which was removed in the sequel, and good riddance. I mean, there wasn't really a choice when it came to upgrading the weapons. You needed to buy the upgrades to keep up with the enemies. This game has much more side grades. You need to create a tactical advantage, not just higher numbers. But, I mean, you can of course upgrade your abilities. You can find these little star bits to feed to your sparks so that their active and passive abilities grow stronger. And you can of course once again upgrade your character abilities. Make your shots stronger or increase your critical hit chance, power up the effect of your special abilities, or unlock additional team jumps and dash attacks. The sequel also has a much greater emphasis on exploration. While in the first game you only moved from battle to battle with some coins to find in between and sometimes a hidden chest behind a puzzle, now there are side quests. There are a bunch of NPCs out in this galaxy that want you to kill a certain number of specific enemies. Then there's characters that have a little task for you. Find some material, build an igloo, go fishing, and most of the time win a small battle at the end. Some of these side quests reward you with a spark, others with coins or items that you can use during battles. And you always get a unique planet coin for your efforts. And you can exchange your planet coin for lore entries, weapon skins, and for a key in each world to a special challenge. There isn't too much depth when it comes to these side quests, but they are a nice distraction. And they encourage exploration in these much more complicated hub worlds. So yeah, I think this game is pretty great. A sequel that pretty much improved on everything from the original. And again, you might not like each and every change. I know that I wasn't sure about some of the things, at least in the beginning, but these new takes on the game, or on the turn-based tactics genre as a whole, yeah, they kinda grew on me. I don't think there's really any drawbacks to the decisions they made. So if you already liked the first game, there's no reason for you not to play the second. And if you're unsure about this whole weird concept, don't be. It's really great. This isn't a hardcore XCOM-like tactics game. I mean, it is a tactics game, but there's still all the expected Mario charm and wackiness. So just go for it. This is a lot of fun. But no matter what you choose, I wish you the greatest of days. That's it from Rady, and I hope to see you again on the next game.